You come in here, I'm pushing you.
And what happens if I get injured?
You ain't getting injured.
Bro, you don't know that.
All right. I don't give a.
It's 1 second away from injury.
Everyone has wondered, why is it that you're not, at the parties, yachts flying around, all the vacations and parties and Super Bowls, and it's because...
Injuries before a fight? Better call Paul. Jake might have tried to pull a fast one to avoid facing the Tyson Hurricane. This guy is crazy, but I ain't mad at all. It's the smartest thing Jake Paul can do. When I size up Mike Tyson, I see a powerhouse ready to tear through anything in his path. And then there's Jake Paul, the flashy YouTuber turned boxer. Mike is almost 60 if you beat him. That's a negative because you just beat on an old man. And if you don't beat him, that's like a double negative because you couldn't beat an old man. Screwed if he does, screwed if he don't. Rumor has it that Jake Paul's camp attempted some shady maneuvers to wriggle out of his upcoming showdown with Iron Mike. Whispers are swirling around the gyms and fight camps that Jake's team tried to play the old bogus injury card. Can you believe it? Now, don't get me wrong, injuries are no joke. As someone who's been sidelined by them more times than I can count, I know firsthand how much they suck. But trying to use it as an escape route from a match with the one and only Mike Tyson, that's a bold move, even for Jake Paul. So, what's the verdict? Is Jake's injury legit, or is it just a crafty tactic to avoid a beating from Iron Mike? The rumor mill went into overdrive when reports flooded in about Jake Paul sporting a heavily bandaged hand. But that's not all. Jake took to Twitter with a flurry of dramatic posts that had everyone talking. Tweets from Jake himself, filled with dramatic pronouncements about a freak training accident and the looming possibility of the fight being called off. One tweet even had fans gasping, as Jake lamented, "Doctor says I might not be able to fight Iron Mike. All he's prepping us to choke." Yikes. Jake seems to be spiraling into panic mode, with the fear of facing the champ. I'm just gonna say it, I feel like he's going to choke out of the fight. He's already given up. I underestimated the champ's training regimen. My body is wrecked. Oh, the sympathy card was certainly in play, but it seems like Jake's attempt at tugging heartstrings backfired spectacularly. Jake Paul's chances are looking slimmer than a stick insect, according to the chatter among fans and pundits. UFC commentator Joe Rogan didn't hold back on his podcast, bluntly stating, "I don't give a fuck if he's 55, that's still Mike Tyson." And let's not forget Tyson's secret weapon, Rafael Cordero, the MMA legend running King's Mixed Martial Arts. When you see Cordero holding those mitts for Tyson, it's like watching a symphony of destruction. The man can still pack a punch that'll leave you seeing stars. Boxing insiders, with their eagle eyes for spotting drama, wasted no time casting doubt on Jake Paul's supposed injury. "Seen it all before," snorted one veteran trainer to a reporter. "These young internet stars think they can fool everyone. We all know the drill. When the going gets tough, they find a way out." And if that wasn't enough to make you raise an eyebrow, here's the kicker: Jake's miraculous recovery. Just days after his social media posts about the injury, he was back to filming trick shots and throwing punches for his YouTube channel. But did it silence the skeptics? Not a chance. Fans noticed the sudden change in hand wrap, and the rumor mill went into overdrive. When confronted by reporters about the alleged deception, Jake Paul, ever the smooth operator, chuckled and brushed it off with a wink. "Just a little setback," he said.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Day 3, you still want to fuck with me?
The moment news of Jake Paul's antics reached Tyson, it was like watching a volcano ready to blow. Reports from insiders painted a picture of a legendary fighter seething with rage over what he saw as a disrespectful and sneaky attempt to wriggle out of their highly anticipated bout. "Disgrace!" Tyson reportedly bombed. "This kid thinks he can play me like a fiddle? I'm not some chump he can just walk all over." Mike Tyson dropped a bombshell on social media. In a jaw-dropping display of speed and power, Iron Mike unleashed a flurry of punches that would make even the bravest souls break out in a cold sweat. And if that wasn't enough to send shivers down your spine, just wait until you hear what he had to say. Tyson stares straight into the lens and delivers a bone-chilling question to his opponent. "You still want to fuck with me?" Tyson's message is crystal clear. After the terrifying footage, do you think the problem child still wants a piece of the 57-year-old legend? Mike Tyson, closer to the big 60 than Jake Paul is to 30, might not be in his athletic prime, but let's be real, he's still got enough firepower to light up a room. The absolute truth? If Tyson stepped into the ring with Jake Paul, it wouldn't just be a match. It'd be a first-round fireworks display, a complete obliteration, no questions asked. Remember when Tyson squared off against Roy Jones Jr. in that exhibition bout? They strategized, planned, and danced for 8 rounds, showcasing skills and finesse. But picture this, against Jake Paul, it'd be a whole different ballgame. We're talking about a full-blown, no-holds-barred, one-round annihilation. Just one round of Tyson's fury unleashed, leaving nothing but destruction in its wake. So, if you're thinking this would be a close match, think again. When it comes to speed, power, and pure ferocity, Tyson's still the undisputed king of the ring. And if Jake Paul thinks he can stand toe-to-toe with the champ, well, he's in for a rude awakening.
$600 million you made in your career, they're saying. What happened?
That's so much money.
Mike, that's a lot of fucking money, Mike. That's
I had a lot of fucking fun.
Did you guys not just see the handful that he just put into his mouth? He had some fun. $600 million.
where'd most of it go? Because I'm from Connecticut. I know where your house, your old house, 50 Cent's house now, right? Does he still own it?
I have no idea.
But that house, what had movie theaters? What else in it?
Everything.
Was it West Hartford?
Somewhere.
You don't even know. It's like $50 million. Like, I don't know. It's one of my fucking houses. Who knows? Who gives a shit? Where did most of the money go? Houses or drugs, girls?
Planes, boat. It's stupid shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun.
Right. You don't regret any? Do you regret anything?
Yeah, and I didn't pay taxes really at that time.
That'll get you. Yeah. That'll.
But they always come back.
I see you're going for the water.
Yeah.
30 minutes in.
You hit the nail on the head, my friend. When it comes to this showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, the name of the game is cold, hard cash. Paul's been dangling the tantalizing prospect of a $300 million payday like a carrot on a stick, and Tyson's not one to turn down a hefty paycheck, especially if it means breaking pay-per-view records. It's no secret that Mike Tyson's had his fair share of financial ups and downs over the years, from lavish spending sprees to legal battles. Tyson's bank account has seen its fair share of roller coaster rides. And let's face it, with debts looming large and bills to pay, Tyson's not exactly rolling in dough these days. A staggering $600 million blown through like confetti at a wild party. Tyson's spending habits were the stuff of legends, but not in a good way. He'd buy houses he never stepped foot in, cars he never bothered to drive. Heck, he'd forget about cars he owned until the police came knocking after his entourage got pulled over in them. If Tyson wanted to flaunt his wealth, he'd stroll into a BMW or Mercedes dealership and buy out the entire showroom, just because he could. And as if that wasn't enough, he'd casually pick up a jacket and find tens of thousands of dollars stuffed in the pockets, forgotten about like loose change, exotic animals, flashy jewelry, designer clothes, limos, hookers, watches if they so much as paid him a compliment on the street. And let's not forget Don King and Robin Givens, among others, took hefty chunks out of Tyson's fortune, leaving him high and dry. Now, with debts looming large and financial woes piling up, Tyson's back against the ropes. That's where this fight with Jake Paul comes in. For Tyson, it's not just about the glory or the thrill of the ring, it's about cold, hard cash. This fight could be his golden ticket out of debt, a chance to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. But here's the kicker. If Jake Paul even thinks about pulling the plug on this bout, Tyson's ready to unleash the legal hounds. Rumor has it that Tyson's got a lawsuit locked and loaded, ready to fire off faster than a jab to the gut. With over $1 billion on the line, Paul would be wise to think twice before trying to weasel his way out of this fight. Tyson needs this fight like a drowning man needs a life raft. And this time around, Paul won't be facing some washed-up basketball player or another YouTube sensation. Oh no, he'll be stepping into the ring with a bona fide boxing legend, a force to be reckoned with. And Tyson's not about to let him forget it. So, mark your calendars and set your reminders, folks, because when Mike Tyson steps into that ring, it's not just a fight, it's a battle for redemption, a shot at financial freedom, and a chance to prove once and for all that legends never die. And hey, before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates and exclusive content. Don't miss a beat. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell now.